Up next is coming up. Up next, we have Miss Amy Goloby tonight. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. How do you pronounce your last name?
Goloby. It rhymes with
Goloby.
wallaby.
Oh, okay. I was close. Hey, I almost had it. Well, it's fantastic to have you back after just a bit of a break on Red's Room for a very good reason because you are having a baby. You were growing a human. Uh, I know what that's like. I've had three kids,
Oh,
and
wow.
sometimes I would not have been back on Red's Room yet because it took me a good year to even like feel like I could think after that.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
accident. Yeah, he's
So,
a handful, but he's fun. I've been loving it.
what is the first song you would like to share with us this evening?
So this is a song I wrote about my testimony. It's called "The Face of God," and really, it's about how I came from darkness into light, and I was not living according to God's rules, and sometimes we feel like, oh, we've messed up too much, we can never go back, but really, God always calls us back to the light, no matter what, and
Absolutely.
I had to learn that, and when I realized that, it's like, okay, God is always, calling me into His light. But anyway, this is kind of where that song came from. So here we go. If my hands could touch the face of God, could I calm the waves in my heart, these forces at odds? Sins of my flesh have fought the deepest of darks, and the pain of shame and regret have left its marks. Oh Lord of my heart, don't let me hide, 'cause the fears that rave my thoughts consume me inside. The past that I took led me so far from the hand who guides me to light, who healed my scars. And I lost all my trust, I can't deny, but the one who I pray to, he hears my cries. Oh Lord of my heart, don't let me hide, 'cause the fears that rave my thoughts consume me inside. Oh Lord of my heart, don't let me hide, 'cause the fears that rave my thoughts consume me inside. In the midst of the lies, I lost your truth. Somewhere along the line, I lost my youth. And I hid my face from God divine, but the one who made the light told me to shine. Oh Lord of my heart, don't let me hide.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And that was an original, correct?
Yes.
Love it. So would be able to find that on like Spotify or somewhere?
Yeah, it's on. It is on Spotify. I also have it on. Let's see, I have it in front of me. My album, Back to New. It's all
Excellent.
original music. It's on my website, amygoloby.com. So
Awesome.
yeah,
And
and
can we find you on all the other yes, we do have you on the Reds Room Spotify as well.
yeah, and
Um
I'm on everything: Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, all the
all right.
things.
All right. Do you have another selection for us?
Yes. So this one has a bit more story. I wrote this when I was single and waiting for a husband, and dealing with unanswered prayer. But I think it became more relevant after marriage because we were going through marriage struggles, and we were going to different churches. We didn't really believe the same way. And we kind of reached a point in our marriage where we had to decide. We wanted to have kids, but we couldn't figure out how to, raise kids together with our different beliefs. And so we reached like a crossroads where we had to decide, okay, what are we going to do? And we were trying to get pregnant, but we weren't getting pregnant. So it's almost like God was trying to, he was there in the plan, like he was watching over us, and he made sure that we were unified before we were able to get pregnant. And so the church that we go to now, like we finally found a church that we both liked, and it has great fellowship, and it was a few months after that we went there that we got pregnant. And it's just, I feel like it was an answered prayer from God. Like he just had to lead us to where we needed to be instead of us, fighting and trying to, go two different directions. He wanted us to be unified. But whenever we were going through those hard times, I would sing this song to myself to kind of remind myself that God has a plan, even during the difficulties. I had to sit and listen for His voice, and He would just keep telling me to wait, just wait it out, wait for me, and wait for my plan. So this song is called "Wait, My Dear." It's also on my album, and here we go.
Amy Goloby on Reds Room.
Monsters were more than I could bear. Fought with all I had, with no strength to spare. I surrendered and pleaded in desperate prayer. A voice called to me in my despair, and it said, "Wait, my dear, one day it'll all be clear. Don't get lost in doubt and fear. Just take my hand. I know you don't understand the wisdom of my plan. Just wait, my dear." I walk through fields of uncertainty. The shadows and demons consume me. The dreams at night don't leave me. The darkest thoughts overcome me. Just wait, my dear, one day it'll all be clear. Don't get lost in doubt and fear. Just take my hand. I know you don't understand the wisdom of my plan. Just wait, my dear. All these tragedies test my faith. Has all my suffering gone to waste? I've learned that fairy tales don't always come true. These broken dreams lead me back to you. Just wait, my dear, one day it'll all be clear. Don't get lost in doubt and fear.
that was amazing. Thank you for sharing with us. Such a personal song and testimony as well.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have another song you'd like to share with us this evening?
Yeah, so this is one of my newest singles. There's a lyric video on YouTube. It's called Winter Sleep, and I basically wrote this about what it might be like to wake up in heaven. So,
Mm, amazing.
yeah, okay. Oh, I finally opened up my eyes from a winter sleep, and I see for the first time all the flowers coming up around my feet, and my legs still feel weak, learning how to walk again, trying to stand upright. And I take a step towards your silhouette, your hands reaching out, guiding me back to light. And at last I feel like free after a long journey away. I am coming home to stay. And the rain of falling clean, washing out our sin. The world is clean again. And your eyes glow like fireflies, illuminating all that's good and right. And at last I feel like me after a long journey away. I am coming home to stay.
Another absolutely beautiful song from Amy Golly here on Red's Room.
All right.
I've been sitting here trying to think of who you remind me of, but you've got your own amazing, unique sound. And I personally love seeing a woman play guitar. I feel like sometimes we're in the minority, and seeing another woman playing guitar just makes me feel like, there's some of us out there that play
I actually
guitar.
have a story about that. So when I was
Okay.
15, I went to a youth camp when I was a teenager. And usually you're right, like there's always guys playing guitars. But this time there was a female playing guitar. And that was the first time I had really seen a female playing guitar, and I was inspired. And so it was after that that I started playing. And
Amazing.
the rest is history.
In high school, it was Super Chick for me. Super Chick did it.
Oh
They
yeah.
were, yeah, well, I was writing songs, and it wasn't like I set out to just play guitar, but I was writing songs, and my sister had actually bought a guitar, and I was sneaking and learning how to play it secretly, and I would turn on Moody Radio, and I would play like Lord of Lithium on high and stuff. And
Yeah.
she was finally like, "So why don't you just like, give me some money and you can keep that guitar?"
Yeah. Just keep it.
Just
But do you still play?
yes, I do. I play on Red's Room from time to time and different worship venues through Red's Room mostly, but yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it's nice to have other chicks playing guitar.
Yeah. Do you have another selection for us this evening?
Yes, so I have one last song. This one I wrote about kind of how our, our sinful natures can take over us, and that we just need to be watchful of that. And it could be, it could also represent how Satan, speaks to us when we're not being careful. So this is called Wild. It's really about human nature. So here we go. In the woods there lives a beast, hungry for his next feast. In the silence you can hear him calling for his kind. No man can ever tame him, no chains can restrain him. He's wild, he's wanted, dead or alive. He's in your head, he's in your sleep. Cut your heart out with his teeth. He's sin, he's violence, he's out of control. Before you even know it, he'll overtake your soul and to rip you to shreds from head to toe. Oh, oh, yeah, he is wild. He cannot be tamed. He is wild. You're his biggest prey. You're no longer safe. He'll whisper lies in your ear, things you don't want to hear, like you don't belong here anymore. Don't leave your heart unguarded. You'll only feed the beast. He's wild and he's wanted. He'll knock you off your feet. Find higher ground, find higher ground, find higher ground. So he can reach. Yeah, he is wild. He cannot be tamed. He is wild.
I absolutely loved that, especially like just that riff like at the end and
Yeah,
love it, love it.
thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of our evening this evening on Red's Room. It's been a blessing to have you.
Thank
And
you.
the Lord bless you and wherever you're going in the future and as a mama and just everything in life.
You too. It was good to be back. So I think I can start doing some more as long as my baby doesn't keep me too busy.
Yep, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
But soak it up. They don't stay little and it's just I just tell everybody like I'm not the person who's going to tell you to put the baby down because you're spoiling them. I'm going to be like, no, hold
Oh,
on to that because before you know it, you blink and they're 15.
yeah.
I have a 14-year-old. She's going to be 15 this winter. I'm like, no, enjoy or be sad or whatever just
Yeah.
process motherhood. whatever you need.
I've been enjoying
Because
every season.
yes, good, good. I love hearing that. Well, this is the time of the evening where it's unfortunately time for us to say goodbye. But first,